state ambulance?
You don't have a regular heartbeat. Is that normal for you? Well.
On June the 12th, 2012, Gray Surface Specialties landmen working on behalf of Berry Petroleum of Denver, Colorado, arrive at Ron and Betty Haley's home in Gardendale, Texas to stake an oil well on their 20-acre homestead. These are the events of that day.
Yeah. To the situation. We're just going to get some cutaways.
Behind the camera with Paul.
I'm gonna tell him about my heart monitor.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got his heart.
Y'all, I know you're aware of it. Paul probably isn't aware of it.
What do you got?
I've got a heart monitor sewed into my chest, and what it is, I've got ventricular tachycardia.
Hello.
But hi, how are you?
Howdy, sir.
Ron Haley.
Jake.
I'm glad to know
Hey,
you,
Jake.
Jake. I talked to you
Shane,
on the phone.
met you
Betty
before?
Haley. Nice to meet you. This is Pam Darby.
Before we go any
we're
further,
about to leave. We gotta
I'm sorry?
go. We gotta take up. Whose truck is that back there?
Why do you have to leave?
Why do you
We
have to
gotta,
leave?
because we agreed to meet with you guys to come out here and stake the well, but now we have guests here, so we gotta go. We can reschedule over the phone some other time.
Let me ask you a question, Jake.
give you this.
Why can't you stake while we're here? Jake, is there a reason that you can't stake while we're here? I don't understand that. We're not threatening. We're not doing anything except we're just here with our friends.
I know. I hear you. We'll just have to reschedule. Maybe if they include it all into the, if we would have known everyone would have been here, maybe it would have been different, but we gotta go. And plus we have some other things that we can get staked, so.
Well, but you can stake this one right now because we're not stopping you from staking.
I
It
know.
it just blows my mind.
Gotta go.
We all show up here,
Maybe.
and then you come here and break up the meeting, and then you say you're not going to stake, and you take all of our time to do this, and then you're going to take up our time again another day because we'll probably all come back again. And then you have orders, obviously, not to stake in front of us. I do not understand this. Why does all this have to be one-sided, where they call all the shots, and we can't call any shots? We have no rights. They're taking away our rights to assembly, which is unconstitutional. These people have a right for us to show up if they want to. We are not threatening anybody. We are not stopping anybody.
I feel threatened by that camera.
Well, but that
I feel
is
like
our
you're
right.
invading my privacy.
That is our right to do this because you're on their property. And you have a right to be there, but we have a right to be there too.
We have a right to do.
Well, you have a right to leave, but we have a right to be here again when you show up again. It was nice seeing you, okay?
So that's it, and that's how we get treated?
There we go. We have not. He feels threatened by the camera. He's the one that feels threatened. They want to cut him out of the herd and then try to coerce them into signing something that no sane person would sign. And yet he gets mad and he felt threatened because we got a camera. Did you see him look at your camera and point? Do we not have a right to film? Do we not have a right to freedom of speech anymore? Does oil and gas law override every law of the land? Now, do we live under Texas oil and gas law? We don't live under the United States Constitution anymore. These guys are our masters, I guess, or they think they are, but I still don't see it that way. Do you see it that way, Ron?
I certainly don't.
Was there any threatening? Pam, did you see anything threatening? Did any of us... did any of us...
We didn't even get a chance to introduce ourselves or have Ron explain about his heart monitor condition. They just wouldn't even consider anything we had to say.
Is the health and well-being of the people that they're coming on, Does it mean nothing to them? All that means anything to them is their money that they make off of their minerals? Does this man's health and this woman's provider and companion, do none of us matter anymore? All that matters is they get their stake, they get their signature, and they get to come in there and make their money, and then it's just tough crap for the rest of us. Is that the way you see this?
That's the way I see it happening, yes. I just met Jake at the same time y'all saw him when he walked up. That was the first time that I'd seen him. I'd talked to him on the phone a couple of times. The gentleman that I met was the young man.
Brent.
What?
Brent.
Brent.
Was the young man that I met. I was just in the process of explaining what I had planned to do with my 20 acres. 20 years ago, I bought this to build an adobe house on it, and I was hoping to do it in my golden years when I retired. I've been retired since the last week in January, but I've had some health and family issues that I had to take care of before I got started. We're going to build an adobe house adjacent to our house here. Well, I feel that they showed me a lot of disrespect. I had other plans. I needed to be in other places. I honored this time that they had set up to come stake my property. I can't give them permission to do that, but I know they're going to do that by law. I was just going to invite them to do what they had to do and settle up later.
This is what confuses me. Last Friday, I met with another of our neighbors, and Brent, one of those guys, and Bo, one of the surveyors, met over at another individual's house, and I videoed them staking, and I wonder what the difference then and now is. I don't understand. Pam's here, but she's certainly no threat to anybody, and Paul's here today, but so what? There's 2 extra friends here today than there was last week, and Brent and Bo and I didn't have a problem with this. And then Jake shows up. I wonder who Jake was talking to. Can you imagine who was on the other end of that phone telling him to leave?
I have no idea.
They didn't want to be outnumbered by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 concerned neighbors, but yet had we not shown up to support Ron and Betty, Gray Surface and their group would have outnumbered the people that they're staking.
4 to 2.
So that's more fair than, I mean, I don't know how they can feel threatened with us against them.
I infer from this the same old narrative that has been played over and over. I just infer from the look on his face, and I really can't tell this for sure. It's like the Haleys are the enemy now. Is there anything in oil and gas law that says that they can intimidate and cut you out of the herd and treat you as they want to be treated, and that a landowner can't have their friends there to support them? Well, and let me ask you this. We've talked of this issue many times. What about retribution? Is retribution allowed by the law? I thought the law allowed them to exploit their minerals, not exploit us. Once retribution sets in, I would say that is a violation of our due regard, because it's not our place to sit out here and them take aim at us, figuratively speaking, no more than it is for us to take aim at them literally. I believe that sooner or later, if you don't sign that thing, this thing turns to retribution, and I'm going to get even with you, and we're going to come back, and we're going to get you for this. There is nothing in the law that guarantees them that they can get their minerals and stake without your friends being here.
We called each one of you to come and be with us, to talk to these people. And I can't see any harm in that at all.
And we appreciate you being here, appreciate your candor, your input.
And
We-
if they don't like it, I mean, you know, hey, they just have to stay away from our life.
We not only care about ourselves, we care about our community.
Exactly.
If Paul, if you would train the camera over here, this is the perfect picture right there in the mesquite bush. Can you zoom in on that a little bit?
A few minutes after everybody left, the phone rang and Betty answered it, and it was Jake. He said he was parked out in front of the house, and I looked through the kitchen window and there he was sitting at the edge of the slab there in front of the garage. And he asked me if I could come out and talk to him, and I told him that I wasn't going to come out and talk to him. I was a disabled Vietnam veteran, and I'm shaking like a dog passing peach seeds right now because you were very rude to my friends a while ago, and I don't appreciate that. What I'm going to do is invite them to come back, and when they get here, I'll come out and talk to you.
We got the call from Betty that Gray's men were back. So Gardendale members reversed course, and we returned to support Ron and Betty. It was after 3 now and very hot out. And then this happened.
Hey, we need something.
Need an ambulance?
Everybody get some water?
You want me to call an ambulance?
Just let me get my breath here.
I can run and get some water real quick. I'll get in the car.
Ron, you don't wait too long if you need something.
I just push this button, the light comes on, I just hold it up there, you heard it beep.
Yeah,
Then it triggers. Back up 4 minutes, and then it'll record for about 6 or 8 minutes. Okay. You get a permanent recording so I can take it in and let
How do you feel
the
now?
med tech.
You still feel faint?
Yeah, well,
Weak?
no, I think I'm going to be able to get up and walk, but I may walk back to the house.
Yeah, you need to get out of this heat, don't you?
Yeah, it's a heat.
You got faint.
The last time I dropped, it was 105, 3.
We got to call 911 back.
No, I'll be
Yeah,
fine.
no. If
Stay-
you faint, Ron.
I didn't
No.
faint. I just
No, but you nearly did. Now stop.
Stay right there, dude. You
Stop.
don't want to be
right.
Ron, are you sure?
Yeah, I can make it. I think so.
Ron,
I'll be all right.
you don't need to go anymore now.
Well,
He said if you did this, you need to call in.
I understand.
Did you do your monitor?
Yeah,
Yes.
I got it even but I appreciate y'all being here, and I'm just going to go where it's cooler.
Probably like 20. Hot. It's hot, Ron. They're on the way, right? Any medicines and blessings? Are they going to continue to do that?
Oh, of course they do. Stop the oil field.
As we know now, nothing stops the staking process, not even near death. The Haleys only have 20 acres of land, but Berry Petroleum still wants a good portion of it.
No chest pain, Ron?
No, no chest pain. That doesn't mean anything. I never
Well, no,
had.
but aspirin if you, 4-baby aspirin if you have it.
Does he need to take more? I've got
Well, whatever his doc has prescribed in a situation like this, the lady can't override it, but she said at least 4-baby aspirin if there's any chest pain.
You don't have any chest pain?
I don't have any
Do you have
chest
any?
pain.
He can't feel it if he has.
I'll have
That's our
I've
problem.
had 2 heart attacks, but they were silent. I never felt them, so.
This,
Anyway, if I hadn't got down on my knees there.
Did you tell anyone? Did you tell you were going to have to stop?
Well, Paul
Paul was
was right
walking
beside
beside
me.
you? Okay.
We were just visiting, and I just felt like I was fixing to hit the deck. I just got down on my knees so I wouldn't have to fall so far.
Fortunately, we have a Gardendale member who's a nurse. Her knowledge and quick thinking most likely saved Ron's life. As the ambulance approached on one side of the drive, Jake slinked out the other.
hey,
Hello.
I said Jake was in right.
Hey, look at it. You feeling better now?
Yeah.
Got in the air conditioner and
Well, I couldn't tell you. I don't know how to do that. Y'all tell me.
You don't have a regular heartbeat. Is that normal for you?
Well,
you have irregular heartbeat.
let me put it this way. Last week in January, I failed my stress test, and that's why I got the response.
And I just couldn't help but express my concern to him, how this could have been avoided. If he would have done what he came out here scheduled to do at 2 o'clock, instead of stomping off in a tirade, causing stress, coming back in the heat of the day to do this. I told him, I said, Jake, we cannot keep you from doing your job. We're not trying to keep you from doing your job. We know we can't do that. I said, but this did not have to happen.